Hey everyone! Welcome to Future Press's Boss Strategy Series. My name is Franz, and today we're going to be fighting the Rotten. First of all, you can summon two NPCs to help you out with this fight. One of them leaves a soul sign here at the bonfire, the other leaves a soul sign directly across the room from the exit to the bonfire chamber, right over there. I don't advise summoning either of them or anybody to help with this fight, because in my opinion, it just complicates things and powers up the boss for no good reason. Now, you'll notice that I've opted to make my attempt at this fight with the red tier stone ring and my health down at 30% to trigger its effect. You might be wondering, well, Franz, why would you ever want to do something like that? The red tier stone ring in this game sucks. It's definitely not as potent as it was in either of the previous Souls games, but it's very helpful for triggering a mechanic in this fight, which can make the fight considerably easier for those of you who may be struggling. Let's talk a little bit about his attacks, though. You just saw a vomit attack. Don't get hit by that. It'll cause you to burst into flames. His vomit is apparently flammable, and it will trigger you to immediately combust and take a large amount of fire damage. His overhead chops, you can roll towards him through the chop and attack his arm. You can attack his other arm when he does his overhead pound attack. The reason you would want to attack his arms is because you can actually cut them off, and cutting off each arm disables the attacks which he uses with that respective arm. He has a grab attack which he can use with his left arm, and as you saw the overhead pound attack, you can completely disable those just as I've done now by severing that arm. Severing his left arm will also drop a corpse with a Pharos Lockstone, which is a neat little touch. You can only get that from him once, so don't bother trying to farm it. Severing his right arm, the arm with the cleaver, that's probably the more important tactic here, and that's why I've chosen to use the red tier stone ring, because the more damage you do with each hit, the easier it becomes to sever his arm. The harder you hit the arm, the more quickly you'll be able to chop it off. As you can see, he'll continue trying to use the attacks with arms that have been severed, and not be able to hit you with them. Severing his right arm removes his access to his most potent weapon, but as you're about to see here, he's going to use an area of effect, a spherical AoE attack. He will start using these attacks once you get his health down to about 50%. In that case, just kind of keep your distance from him, or if you absolutely can't get out of the way of it, you can use your invincibility frames to roll through it, although doing so is very precise if you haven't leveled up your adaptability. Chopping off his right arm will not only remove his access to his sweeping swings with his cleaver, but it will also prevent him from using his ranged conical area of effect attack, which looks like an overhead chop followed by a massive forward blast of darkness. And that's one of his more dangerous attacks as well, that and his spherical area of effect. But as you can see, once you remove both of his arms, he's really not much of a threat at all, and you can just take him out at your leisure. He will eventually regenerate his arms if you leave him alone for long enough and don't kill him, but honestly, just stack up enough damage on him and you'll be fine. Very easy fight once you've chopped off his arms. So here's my equipment. Oh, actually, before I show you that, I should point out that there is a fire seed across that tar pool, the burning pit of tar. Typically, you can safely run through the pool of tar and just grab the fire seed if you have decent defense and vigor, decent HP. You can also, if you want to play it safe, just use the Flash Sweat Pyromancy, and that will protect you long enough so that you can get through without dying. This is my equipment. Nothing really special here, and these are my stats. And if you want to take a closer look at any of this, you can just go back and pause the video. In any case, we hope this has been helpful to all of you. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.